Hey bro, it's your boy Chad, back at it again with another speed paint video as usual. Recently we're gonna talk about, it's very important. Today's topic is prices. Very, I would say very famous topic when it comes to artists in general that are drawing stuff, because prices is very essential to those artists like freelance artists. I can't English, sorry. To those freelance artists and whatnot, it is very essential and very important because it is their job. So let's talk about it. So generally, prices, it is the most important thing and also the hardest thing to decide, at least for an artist. In my experience, we will always, if you're not like narcissist prick, you will always undersell yourself. What I mean by underselling yourself is like putting your price too low. As in general, a lot of artists does that, and here's why. We as an artist always see imperfections in our creations because we as an artist always see the room of improvement. So we never see a perfect art. I don't think I ever see any perfect art of my creation. I don't think I've ever have the idea of whatever I'm doing is perfect. I don't have that kind of concept in my mind because I just see a lot of room for improvement and stuff like that. So essentially, if you try to sell imperfect stuff, you are prone into like undersell yourself. So putting your price too low and you don't even realize it. You think it's fine. You think, yeah, this price is fine, but you are actually undersell yourself so bad. And why underselling is bad in art community? Well, I tell you now, it is bad for yourself in the long run and also for the market itself. It's not even hurting just yourself. It also hurt the market as in general. So please don't undersell yourself. And how to do that? Look for people's perspective. Go talk to a lot of people. For example, I am a streamer. I talk to a lot of my viewers. Essentially, they watch my stream because they like my art, and if they like my art, they have that idea of appreciating what I'm doing. So they have the general idea of how much should I price myself, because a lot of my viewers always says like, yo, your art is a decent quality but you sell it too cheap, make it less worth. So when you undersell yourself that much, you kind of like attract these people that seek for cheap and quick art, even though your art is not generally, it's not supposed to be cheap and it's not quick at all. It is like a high quality. You spend a lot of hours in that art and stuff like that, but you sell it for cheap. You attract this kind of art clients, and when these kind of people are kind of like hoarding your community, it is hard for you to get back up there. It is hard for you to reset your price bar quite high again, because essentially your community see your art cheap, because that's at that point that's your majority. That's your majority of your community. So make sure to price yourself accordingly to the quality of what you were giving, so that you attract these people that really appreciate your art and stuff like that. It doesn't really care how much they should pay you, because they just appreciate you as an artist and also appreciate your work and stuff, so they don't mind to pay that much. A loss for a bit. What are we talking about? We were talking about how to kill that idea, that undersell yourself idea from your head, right? Excuse me for my broken English. It's so late at night right now. I can't really think. But yeah, hear me out. So seeking other people's perspective. Alright, what I mean by this is whenever you have a set amount of viewers or a set amount of community that actually appreciate your art, and whenever you have these people that come into your stream or come into your community, social media, whatever, and they say like, yo, your price is kinda low. So that means like they appreciate your art, they know better how much it should worth. Okay, so talk to them as in like meeting, sit down in a voice call or something like that, or have a conversation, back-to-back conversations with them and be like, yo, why do you think that? And they probably going to give you the reasons and stuff like that, and they're probably also going to give you a set amount of research probably, and probably they're going to provide you some more informations about how to price yourself and stuff like that. And that comes the second way, or the second step of how to price yourself. Research is very, very important when it comes to like do anything really. Like when you want to do something, when you do art, you do research, right? You research for reference, you research for things and that. Yeah, research is very essential and very important in a lot of aspects, a lot of things. So do some research. A lot of people or a lot of artists always say it, if you want to price yourself, at least price yourself as like, there's like a few other formula that people are provided, and most of them was like, at least price yourself as a minimum wage of where you live, or not like where you live, as in general, like internationally, what is the minimum wage of hourly, and you kind of like set that bar from that point. So how to do that? Do your art, let's just draw as in usual, but time yourself whenever you do stuff, and keep your art as in close format as possible from each to each others. You know what I mean? Like have a specific format for your art, and then when you draw stuff, just time yourself and see how much time it takes for you to draw something, and then do some research on how artists are usually priced themselves from the beginning. Don't look for like a professional artist and stuff. I know your self-confidence is kind of low. My self-confidence is low too. I don't price myself as like $40 an hour. That's like crazy. That is the general price for professional artists or professional freelancer. Even though I perceive myself as full-time freelancer, it's kind of hard for me to dive on that price from the get-go. So what you have to do is like search for some kind of new artists, how they price themselves. Usually they just take the minimum wage. They generally they will do $15 an hour. So take that, do some calculation, get some average numbers of how much people should pay you, and that should help you to price yourself accordingly to how good your quality of your drawings is. And I know it is really hard for people to do that. It is essentially very hard for me to do that too. I have to kind of like ask some other people that have a lot more experience in this kind of field to kind of like check my price every now and then, and you know, do some feedback and stuff like that. I kind of have 2 or 3 other people to set the price for me. Essentially, if you're not that confident on in yourself on that area, do that. Look for people that are professional in this kind of area or have a lot of experience. They will know how you should price yourself accordingly, and mostly they also know how to see quality in art as in general, because they have been doing this like for years and years and stuff like that. I know it is essentially not a easy thing to do. One of the aspects that really hold me back when I was thinking about it back then is because of the culture itself, the culture difference that we have in country, across countries is what I mean. For example, I live in a Southeast Asia, and generally my currency is lower than the general currency, I guess, because a lot of people when it comes to like international pricing and stuff, they use US dollar, right? So my currency is not as high as USD, so it's kind of hard for me to fathom like how expensive art can be when that kind of price converted to my currency. So yeah, I know it's hard for you to put a price in that kind of perspective if you are living in the area that doesn't really have a strong currency and stuff like that. But I think it is also very true for you to kind of like choose your client instead of thinking that everyone should buy your art. I think it's fine for you to think the art as an luxury items. Not a lot of people should buy art, like as in general. The concept of buy and sell art as in general is a luxury business. A lot of people that have money buy art. It's not essential stuff that all people have to buy it, right? So when you think of that concept, then it is fine for you to actually put kind of like a high bar when it comes to pricing and stuff like that. So yeah, pricing is not easy, I know, but try to keep it. Try to look for people's perspective, people's opinion, and not just any people, not just any kind of person, but essentially the artists themselves. Look for their opinions, look for their perspective, and stop undersell yourself. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's about it. That's all my rant today. Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate you guys. As usual, all related link is down below to my Twitch, to my any other stuff. So check me out on any other platform. Appreciate you guys. If you're new here, like and subscribe. That usual stuff. That's about it. Wash your hand, wash your ass. I see you guys later. See ya.